Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kara of the Animal Wisdom Circle and drkaragubbins.com, and I got a little, excuse me, little frog in my throat reminding me right timing, right action. That's what the frog's all about. But today it's November 1st and this is your monthly forecast. And just a reminder, I'm going to pull 3 cards today for the November forecast. And I'm just kind of shuffling as I'm talking here. And then each week I'm going to pull 1 card, and that's going to be a focus card. And each of those focus cards give you one aspect of the energy of this month to focus on. So I guess it was September, it was all about making a dream come true, and each focus card helped with one step. So we found somebody to help us, we discovered our why. I can't remember what else it was, but there were some other cards too. So the monthly forecast is 3 cards, and we'll look at the energy of the whole month, and then each week I'll pull 1 card. So come back and look for the focus card each week. I post those on Friday, and they are focusing on the week of starting on the next Sunday, so you get a little bit of a heads up. So I'm going to pull the 3 cards for November, and let's put these right here. And let's just kind of make that look a little better. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the week. Okay, so Quail. In the U.S., November is the month of Thanksgiving, and it's, for many of us here, it's a time of community and family. And for me and my family, because we weren't religious, Thanksgiving really became the family holiday of the year, and it was really just about having a good time. We used to go to the park and play soccer, and we'd always have frisbees and, running around, kids running around and everything. And Quail is really also about that family unit and connecting in with them, that devotion that comes from being in a family, being in a community that you love. So when I think of quails, I really think about family ties. So that really matches, at least in the U.S., with what's going on this month, and certainly from my family, but hopefully your family too, that is an important community event for you. Then we have the eagle, and the eagle again really is about partnership. So I'm really getting the sense that November is about maybe strategic partnership. That's the phrase that's coming into my mind, with really re-strengthening those bonds and helping, and I want to say interdependence. So partnership is really about both sides helping each other. It's a mutualistic thing, right? So you give and you get, and you build those relationships. And so that's what's really striking me about Eagle card here today for November, is that partnership piece that goes along with the family piece of the quail. So again, just bringing those bonds in closer, and I really want to say that it's about re-strengthening those bonds. So this may be a month for taking a little time to maybe clear anything that's in the way, or maybe connect with somebody that you haven't connected with in a while, taking some time to just think about people that matter to you. And just kind of a little aside, my really good friend Josh lost his home in the Santa Rosa fire a couple of weeks ago. And so one of the things that I'm doing is trying to find childhood photos. So we've known each other since we were in 6th grade. We were roommates in college. We were on the diving team together in high school. He's one of my most favorite people in the whole world. And he said, I can replace all the stuff, but I can't replace the memories. And he was sharing some of the photos that he had on his wall from when we were kids that he would look at every day, and they were really meaningful. So the reason I'm saying this is that he has inspired me to now go and find all of my old middle school and high school yearbooks and go through my photos and find photos that I can give to him of things we did together as kids and college kids and all that, and family vacations that we've had together. But also I'm going to reach out to some of our mutual friends from high school and college that I haven't talked to in years. And to me, this is part of this partnership piece with the owl. Like my friend Becky, I love her, but I don't think we've spoken to each other in 7 or 8 years. It's crazy. So with this energy of November, that's what I'm going to take action on. That's the lesson I'm already getting from this reading is Becky's been floating around in my mind because I think she would have photos from college that I might not have, that Josh would love to have. And so that's a connection that I'm going to reconnect. That's a bond I'm going to, put some focus on and effort into. And I'm going to definitely reach out to Becky and see if, we can reconnect, of course, but also if she has some photos for Josh. So when he gets to rebuild his house, he can fill it with really good memories of all the people who love him and that he loves. So that's the energy of this month of November, and this energy of partnership and family. And then the third card that we have, the African Lioness, and her gift is that she can do it all. Her lesson is she doesn't necessarily want to do it all, but she also, her message to people is really about accepting things as they are, not making them any different than what is reality. And I'm having a hard time kind of feeling how this card goes with these other two, because the other two were so strong for me about the connectedness. And the African lioness, very connected, very devoted to her offspring. Also, she lives in a kind of precarious world where new males come in and they kill any cubs that are there so that their genetics, their bloodline continues, their genes get passed on and not somebody else's. So she's got that deep, deep love, that maternal love, but also that kind of the reality, facing the reality of like things don't always go the way you want them to go. I feel like, even though the words on the card are about her, her particular message that she gave to me when I spoke with her, I really feel like the theme of this month is more about recognizing those bonds. And because she is such a fierce maternal figure, she's the one that goes out and hunts and brings back the food and raises the babies and teaches them everything. I feel, and that's part of the doing it all, right? Her gift of doing it all. But I feel like I feel like the energy of this card isn't necessarily coming out in the words on the card. So that's part of that intuitive reading of the card is what is the message there? And sometimes it's not, you got to read between the lines, I guess. It's not necessarily in the words that are there, but you got to read between the lines. And following the theme of November, started by the quail and the eagle, the African lioness, I feel like, is also an encouragement to return to our roots, to return to that primal instinct, that primal maternal love, devotion. That the phrase that I keep hearing in my head is that fierce devotion. So as you're going through the month, it'll be interesting to see what the focus cards are each week. But to me, the take-home message is this is a month to focus on family, to reunite with old friends that you may have lost, to reinforce some bonds that may be not getting enough attention, and to return to that fierce devotion that you have for family. So again, it fits in great in the U.S. Because at least in my family, that's what we do with Thanksgiving, and we do a gratitude calendar, or we have a gratitude tree, and we put a leaf on the tree every day, and each leaf has a word on it for something that we're grateful for. So a lot of that comes into the people in our lives. And so that, really fits with the energy of this month. So whether you're in the U.S. or somewhere else, this is the time to take stock of the people in your life that you love, the people in your life that matter to you. Reach out to somebody where maybe that friendship or that connection, that relationship hasn't gotten a lot of energy and attention and focus, and re-strengthen that bond and return to that part of yourself that does love fiercely and with devotion. We all have that in us. So look for that in your life. I hope that helps give you a sense of the month and what's coming up. And I sure got my take-home message, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on the phone and call Becky and get some photos for our friend Josh. But I hope it also gives you a little bit of a framework for looking at maybe some reflection on your relationships and where you are and where you want to focus your energy, and where maybe you haven't had that at the forefront recently, and let some things slide that you don't want to let slide. So just a little bit of focus and energy and attention goes a long way. Have a beautiful month. I look forward to connecting with you each week on the weekly focus and seeing how this all unfolds for us. If this was helpful, please press the like button and go ahead and subscribe so you know when I post those weekly focus cards. And if you're interested, please join us in the Animal Wisdom Circle. The cards that I'm showing here are made from conversations that we had in the Animal Wisdom Circle with these animals, and it's just a really fascinating way to get more connected to the animal kingdom and more connected to ourselves. So have a great month, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.